Hey babies, how are you today? Ready for bed? I've got a nice story here for you. It's called Maya and the Beast by Maya Go. Oh, I can't pronounce it. Gabira. Okay. Once upon a time, in a fishing village called Nazir, there lived a beast. This beast wasn't an animal or a monster. It was a wave made of water. And not just any wave. On special winter days, it could be taller than a seven-story building, taller than the Christ in Rio de Janeiro or the Tower of London, bigger than a blue whale, the biggest animal to ever exist. When it crashed, it made a loud and scary sound. The people of Nazir could hear it from their homes, tucked into their beds at night. They could feel the windows shake and the ground vibrate from the beast. In the same village lived a young girl named Maya. Maya was shy and felt most secure hiding behind her mum's skirt, telling stories to her dad, or playing with her dogs Nazza and Stormy. Maya also had asthma. She often felt difficulty breathing, and she took her medicine with her everywhere she went. When her chest got tight and her asthma kicked in, she couldn't play outside with her friends, and she felt fragile and scared. She wished she could breathe better. Oh. But there was one thing that made Maya feel strong, and that was sports. She loved dancing and gymnastics, and especially swimming. Nothing compared to the feeling of being in the water. Maya had heard about the beast in her village. She had heard the scary sounds it made. Since she was little, she'd heard the stories warning her against ever getting close to the big waves of Nazir. But that didn't stop Maya from looking for adventure. She wanted to see the beast up close for herself. So one day, Maya ventured out with Nazza and Stormy. She headed in a direction that she had never gone before, and soon she found herself on a tall cliff. Maya stood on the cliff and looked out towards the water. She felt the cold wind and watched the huge waves. The beast wasn't ugly or scary like she'd been told. Quite the opposite. It was the most beautiful thing Maya had ever seen. The power of the waves, the sound of them crashing against the rocks, the shade of the blue, the spray of water. She was mesmerized. And there was something else too. There were boys in the water. They were gliding across the waves, tiny creatures against the blue. The speed at which those brave boys were riding down the beast, it was the first time she'd ever seen surfing. Maya had never felt anything so exciting. It was love at first sight. When she got home, she told her dad what she had witnessed. Daddy, I've discovered my dream. It's surfing. It's a sport where the boys ride the waves. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Maya's dad didn't know much about surfing, but he could sense his daughter's passion. And the next morning, Maya found a gift. Look at that surfboard. She was so happy she ran with her surfboard all the way to the town beach, where small waves broke on the shore. There were boys again, surfing and laughing and having the best time. Maya gathered her courage and approached one of them. She asked him to teach her to surf, but the boy looked at her and said, "There is no place for you. Surfing is too dangerous for girls." Maya was heartbroken. How could she ever surf the beach if no one would teach her, even on the small waves? The next day, Maya climbed the cliff again. Then she found a beautiful shell. She picked it up, put it to her ear, and beneath the rush of the waves she heard, "Maya, if you dream of surfing, you must keep trying. You will fall many times, but don't give up. Many will tell you this sport isn't for girls, but don't believe them. Anyone who works hard can become a great surfer. You can become a great surfer, Maya." Maya looked out over the water and she knew the beast was calling to her. She felt the calming presence of the waves and a new strength inside herself. Facing the beast, she didn't feel shy or scared, and she knew she couldn't just sit and watch anymore. With new determination, Maya tucked a surfboard under her arm and ran back to the beach, and she ran it every day after that. Wow. She swam and swam and swam, even when she felt out of breath and cold. At first it was scary holding her breath underwater, but because of her asthma, every time she had to dive under the wave, she knew how the breathlessness would feel. And the more she swam, the less she felt the squeeze on her chest. What she thought was her weakness was becoming a strength. Oh. She practiced pop-ups on her board in the sand. Each time she fell, she got up again. Ignoring the looks of the older boy, she dragged the board out into the small waves and kept practicing. As Maya grew stronger and more confident on her surfboard, her determination and passion grew too. She felt resilient, she felt powerful, she felt happy. One day she returned to the cliff looking for that special shell. When she found it and put it to her ear, she heard, "The beast is so proud of you, Maya. Never give up on your dreams and be kind to those who will help you along the way." All of us are tiny creatures in a big world, but even the tiniest of people can have bravery as big as the sea. Maya closed her eyes and listened to the crashing water. She knew she needed the sea and the waves as much as she needed breath in her lungs. She was going to be a great surfer, a champion, and no one could stop her. She might surprise everyone with what she would accomplish, but not the beast. She dreamed of the day she would prove that a girl could ride the biggest wave in the world. And one day, she did. Look at that wave. Wow. The end. Wasn't that amazing? Maya and the Beast. Love you, baby. Sweet dreams. Kisses. Kissy monsters.